Hey guys, today let us explore how to connect Qliksense with OpenAI connector. Okay, let me go search for OpenAI. Okay, so I assume we are familiar with the basic concept of OpenAI, how to open an account over there and how to generate an API key, and the basic syntax of the prompts and a basic understanding of tokens and temperature, right? So with that assumption, I'm just going ahead. So I'm just going to select this model GPT 3.5. Okay, so I have my API key already, so I'm just passing it over here. I'm going with 3.5 turbo model. GPT-4 is not available in this trial, so I'm going with 3.5 turbo. Maximum token for time being, I'll just go with 100. This can be tweaked according to your data set, how much token you're going to consume. So depending upon that, so tokens will be consumed on both the front. Okay, what the question we pass and the response we get, so it will be calculated together. Temperature again you can tweak it 0 to 1 depending upon your need and all other parameters. Okay, so the key thing is selecting the API model, the configuration and the API model, and then so association. Okay, so what is the association field? So in my data set I have row ID and review. So I'll go with row ID as my association field. This is to associate that when we connect to OpenAI and pass my data set, it is going to send me a response, right? It's going to create a new table. So we have to associate that table with our raw data. Okay, so this is going to be my primary key to associate. Okay, so now let me test connection and create this. So I have this connection ready. So the idea is to pass this data set to OpenAI. Okay, so what I have is two columns. One is my ID, row ID. The other is the actual content. So I have some review here about, let's say, from a restaurant or a food, right? So this is a review I have. I'm asking GPT to analyze this and return me a sentiment analysis, right? Or analyze and return the sentiments, whether it is positive or negative or any additional insights. Okay, so this is the data set I'm going to pass to OpenAI. Now let me go ahead and select the select data. So here I have to um, give some name, right? So, I mean, it is the name of my data. I mean, the table which I have. So the name is data, and the column which I'm going to analyze, the review column. Okay. So now let me select OpenAI, insert script. Okay. So this is the data. This is the review. That is what we gave it to this connection. So we could see this auto generated list of fields and tables, right? So this is a table which is going to be created on the fly, and these fields will be populated. Okay, and this message content is what is going to capture our response from API. Okay, so basically this is what happens. So it passes it does a script evaluation and hits the endpoint. The connection name is our OpenAI is our connection name, sample data colon OpenAI, and this data is what is going to be passed. Okay, so in this case, it is going to pass the entire data, or we can also define what columns to pass. I can say pass row ID, comma review. Okay, this is also possible. I can pick and choose the fields. But in this case, I already have only two columns. So I'm just going to pass the entire data. Okay. So let me go ahead and run this. Let me put an exit script. So exit script will stop my execution until this line number 30. Okay. So right from beginning to this point. That's what exit script is. So let me go ahead and reload this. So it has fetched one record, it has passed to OpenAI, and OpenAI has written one record. So we have fetched that also. Okay. So now let me look into the data model. Okay, so this is the data we sent, and this is the response we got. So the model name, number of tokens, prompt tokens, completion token. So as I said, no, total token will be combination of these two. The prompt is the question we asked, and the completion is the response we got. So total 53 token consumed for this session, and this is the response we got. Okay, so it says overall the sentiment is positive. So the reviewer expresses he enjoyed the food, and so overall, this is a review. The food was flavorful and left me craving for more. Right. So the response we got is, first it says the sentiment is positive, and next it says a few more additional information also. So how the reviewer felt about the food, right? So this is how we integrate. Okay, so let me go to UI, and let me quickly visualize it. Since we have this data in the data model, so we can very well use it in for our further analysis, right? So row id, review, and the response I got. Okay, so this is how we can do that. So now we need not hit API every time. So for this record, we uh, passed it to OpenAI and we got the response. So what we can do is we can store this response into an QED, and we can use it for further analysis. So similarly, we can do any analysis in the UI, right? Um, Okay, so now let me also see a quick example of multiple records. So here we saw how to pass one record, right? So I have an example over here. Okay, let me replace that. So what I have here is multiple records. So this is one row I want to perform sentiment analysis. This is another record I want to perform sentiment analysis. This is a negative sentiment. So where the reviewer was totally disappointed with the quantity and the price and the taste. And this is an English text I want to translate into Dutch. Okay, so I want to perform three different operations. So the point is, I cannot go and hard code all these actions to each and the actual data, right? So it will be a manual work to append this into the actual sentence. But we have to add this to send it as a along with our prompt to the GPT, because GPT should know what action it has to do on the following text. So what I did is I created that as a separate column. So my row ID action is what where I define what action GPT I want the GPT to perform. Okay, so these are all the action, and action to be performed on what. So these are the text, the third column. So I have captured it as three columns. But now when I finally send it as a prompt to GPT, I have to club these two together, action and text. So I'm doing it over here. So action and text, I'm clubbing it as together, and capturing it as a review. So when I send this to GPT, it will be row ID and review. So one comma this thing. So perform sentiment analysis on the following sentence. Okay, this will be sent as a single field. Okay. So now let me quickly reload this. So three records. Okay, so we got three records back. So let me quickly have a look at it. So we could see uh, three rows, right, being written from OpenAI. So hope we got some basic understanding of how to integrate OpenAI with Qlik and how to pass single or multiple records, right? Please do let me know in the comment section for any clarification. Thanks for watching.